After his promotion party, my husband poured 2 glasses of champagne and said, "I think you should sleep with my coworker Dan." I almost choked on my champagne. Wait, what? He grabbed my hands and squeezed until my rings dug into my skin. Dan has been interested in you for months, and I already told him you would do it. One night with him is all he wants. I tried to pull away, but he held tighter. You told him I would do what? He smiled. You heard me. That was when I heard footsteps behind me. Dan was standing in our kitchen doorway holding a bottle of wine with a smile that made my skin crawl. They glanced at each other, and I realized they had already decided this for me. Every day after that, he got meaner. He said most wives would be honored their husband found them attractive enough to share. But the night that broke me was when he set down his fork at dinner and stared at me like I was something stuck to his shoe. I provide everything for this family, and you cannot do one simple thing for me. I put down my fork. What did you just say to me? He laughed and went back to eating like I was not even there. That night, I waited until he fell asleep and went through his things. I found a second phone buried under his socks, and my heart was pounding as I turned it on. There was only one contact saved, and it was Dan. A few nights later, I was lying in the dark pretending to sleep when his phone lit up on the nightstand. It was a text from Dan. "Is she ready yet? I already paid you the first half." I waited until his breathing got heavy and picked up his phone and opened his messages with Dan. For months, he had been telling Dan that I was dead weight and that our kids were the only reason he had not left years ago. The plan was that I would sleep with Dan in our guest room where my husband had hidden a camera, and then he would use the footage to take full custody and the house while Dan paid him $10,000. Then I saw the message that made me want to throw his phone at the wall. She is so naive. She actually thinks I love her. I forwarded everything to myself and deleted the evidence. He rolled over in his sleep and threw his arm around me and whispered that he loved me. I laid there staring at the ceiling until the sun came up. I contacted a lawyer the next day, and she said we had everything we needed. That night, he kissed my forehead. "You ready for the weekend?" I smiled. "I am." His whole face lit up. "Good girl. I knew you would come around." The next morning, he found divorce papers on his windshield. I watched him through the kitchen window as he picked up the papers in his bathrobe. He held them up squinting, and I saw the exact moment it hit him because his whole body went stiff. He stormed inside and threw the papers at my chest. "What the hell is this?" I let them fall to the floor and said nothing. He called Dan over and over, but nobody answered. He threw his phone across the kitchen, and it cracked against the cabinet. "This was not supposed to happen. You were supposed to do what you were told like a good little wife." He got close to my face. "How did you find out?" I kept my voice steady. "I read everything, including the part where you said I actually think you love me." I watched the realization hit him. He grabbed my arm hard enough to leave a mark. "You went through my phone? You ruined my entire life." I pulled away. "I will see you in court." Weeks later, I sat in a courtroom watching my lawyer put his messages on the screen for everyone to see. The judge asked him directly if he wrote them. He tried to deny it, but his phone records matched every word. He slammed both hands on the table so hard the microphone jumped. "She was supposed to just do it. I am the one who built this family. I am the one who paid for everything. None of this would be happening if she had just known her place." His lawyer buried his face in his hands. The judge granted me full custody, and my husband flipped his chair backward and lunged at me screaming that I was nothing without him. 2 officers tackled him and dragged him out while he kicked and screamed my name until the doors slammed shut. The judge looked at me. He gets nothing. I kept the house and the kids, and he got nothing. Turns out I figured it out after all.